Right, it's recording now, so start, press play.
I got broken wings, but I'm still flying with a loss of faith, and I'm still trying. Got stereotype radios turn me down, cause I won't turn up on the mic. I'd rather rap about my life and give advice to someone who's about to give up on life that's real. Man, fuck how you feel, independent cause I don't need a deal. Picked up the mic and I put down the pills. Picked up the vibes, I don't care how I feel. Remember my grandpa passed away and it killed my dad. I saw life is in promise, so I made a promise that I'll pursue my dreams, no matter how they feel. They said that I can't, took out the T and to a T, I killed it. Made sacrifices, always working OT. When they callin', I was feeling all eyes on me when I decided to step in the building. Fuck that radio music you listen to, I spit that real shit. In high school I was unpopular, never fit in with the cool kids. They were busy partying and making a bunch of excuses. I stood home building my craft, I had a dream I'm pursuing. It's hard to have these hopes and dreams, especially when I got you don't have to have hate for me. You don't have words to say to me. You don't even have to pray for me, do you? Cause I'll do me until the day that I'm through. Remember back then, backstabbing friends told me to not to. Remember they said that if you need me, then I got you. When I needed you, mostly were ghosts, and you left me feeling empty. And then I lost hope. You want me to fight, how can I cope? Slowly realizing my friends come and go, finding myself at the end of the road. I'm dying inside, but live like I won't. The top is getting closer, or those beneath me are getting farther. Every day I'm growing older, I see that I'm not a part of society. They're eyeing me, dying for me to fall apart. Cause I have a chance and they miss theirs, cause I'm working harder. I was a part of the kids at school asking why don't they like us. It's like we don't exist, we're there, but they do not mind us. I'm a little mental, it's okay to dream while you are mindfucked. Spreading both of my wings, I wanna fly, but
Okay, so you've seen my music video, and now I'm going to ask you a few questions, if that's alright. So the first thing first is, what was the impact of that on you as a member of my target audience?
What is your target audience?
My target audience is just people our age, really.
People are our age. What
So-
was our impact?
Yeah, basically what was your opinion, because it's the first time you've seen it, what's your first opinion of the actual video itself, because it's the final version?
I liked it.
To this final version.
It seems like a quite sort of sad music video, you know, it's like with the music and just the general like grey tones of the whole video where basically you could just see it's like, you know, with the music was just like quite slow and it's like quite melancholy.
Well, I thought it was quite a sad song, but then again I thought it was pretty inspirational because it shows how much the person that you were playing as in the video portrayed himself in an expressive manner.
I thought it was cool, like the editing techniques.
What about the technical features in terms of camera? Because you mentioned it. What about camera angles?
Camera angles. I think you had a massive range of camera angles, and you used a lot of different styles, which made it a lot more interesting to watch. And I didn't get bored because there was always something going on.
The character that you sort of portrayed in the video sort of matched the song as someone who's sort of an outcast type character, maybe socially awkward and stuff like that, and I think many people my age can definitely relate to that.
It was like with the music and just the general like grey tones of the whole video were basically you could just see it's like, you know, with the music it was just like quite slow and it's like quite melancholy, and like basically there wasn't really a lot of colour in it, so you're just like trying to portray quite a lot of like, you know, like depression and that kind of thing.
Personally, what I interpret as the music video to be about is it appears to be whoever the person is in the video, it's a story of how their life has fallen into some sort of struggle to the point where they become alcoholic, and a lot of effects such as the coming and going through the door, I liked that was pretty done pretty well. And it really impacts on the despair with the rain and the black and white kind of colour scheme. So I think that was executed pretty well.
I thought that the music video itself linked in with the song very well. Like if I heard that song now, I'd probably think like your music video, because I just think, and I think the range of shots you've got is really good, and there are a few things that I'd change, like the rain effect. I'd change that probably because it doesn't look as realistic as what it could do. But my favourite shot was probably the one where you have your wings coming out the back of you. I thought that was really smart, really good.
For me, as Harry said it, I identify that song now with your music video, which is a key factor of making a successful music video. But also, your technical effects are really good. Like that wing shot is really good. If you added more of them, then that would just enhance your music video a lot.
The second question is, you've reacted to my last videos and you've seen a couple of my progress. Do you notice any technical differences from the last time you reacted to my video?
Certainly the special effects have gone way better since the last draft. Sort of the contrast between the black and white sections and the colourful sections, they're a lot greater, and it makes the special effects a lot better.
Yeah, this time you haven't used that rain effect throughout as a caution, and you've added in, you've like changed the opacity of some of the shots so you can see 3 shots within one. And you've got that fire in the background, which looks really good.
I think you identified which shots didn't work within your first draft. Like your shot with, you had like when you went on holiday, shot that you took when you went on holiday to France, which I thought was like a really good shot, but it didn't necessarily link with your music video. I think you identified that and replaced it with the shots that would link into it, and it also means that you've got a different, like I said earlier, now you've got more variety of shots, and I think it's lovely.
Of course, yeah. Like I've noticed a lot of the differences you made throughout your work, actually, especially the changes you made in the levels of transition you've done. Because starting off, you were quite new to the whole transition thing, but now you've experimented with it and made it a whole new thing to your work, which made it a higher level than it would have been before.
I've noticed some areas where it's been cut and there's some bits that have been moved in slightly. Like I saw there's a section when you're sitting at the desk where you have like an image of yourself placed in like somewhere with that, so there has been some changes.
You saw as a narrative, so you understand that there was a narrative, you could follow along a bit, but do you think I could have improved on that, how I communicated the narrative of the story to the audience?
I think there was one scene in there which I thought could have more emphasis, where you look yourself in the mirror, and if you could edit it in a way where you see yourself in the mirror, but you could almost see it through your eyes, how your mind crafts that image, so almost like your face is different in the mirror to what your looking at, if you get what I mean. But that could be pretty difficult to implement. But yeah, it's done pretty well. Maybe the cause of despair. Further on that, if there's more like a backstory to it, that could have done better. But other than that, it's pretty good.
I understood that there was a narrative, and I'm presuming that due to the name of the song Broken Wings, it was something about being broken.
Yes, that's a good idea. Do you think it could be clearer to you? Will the narrative be clearer to you in any way?
I think maybe it could be a bit clearer. I think I understood that the main character was struggling with something, but I'm not too sure what he was struggling with.
For me, I thought it was an expression of how you felt, and
I think you lost didn't you lose someone like close to you or something like that, and you just
more fun than that.
But I can understand where you're coming from. Maybe just so you can identify the storyline a bit better, maybe include someone else to show that you've lost them, or flashbacks, or
and something that I would change is towards the end you go and get a glass from somewhere, and I just think that has no real meaning or impact. Like, it's just you getting a drink. Like, but if you were like with like Ruben said, if you had someone else in there, flashbacks and just showed what you missed, I think
just
that would,
make those contextual links so you understand the music video a bit better. But yeah, it's good.
I assume the narrative's sort of just telling the story of just someone who's an outcast of society. I don't know if there's anything deeper than that, but yeah, that was definitely conveyed well with the help of the song.
Honestly, I struggled to understand the narrative as I was more focused on the visuals than I was on the narrative itself.
Did you at least understand what narrative I was trying to get at, or was that not clear?
I understood the character you were trying to get at, I just didn't know the story it was based on.
Yeah, I can pretty much notice that where basically with the tone of the music video, where it's basically describing this one person who is like, well, considering the title of the videos, they've got like broken wings, so basically they've got like hopes and dreams and they can't fulfill them, and like it's basically like trying to explain their emotions and actions.
My final question is what I'm going to ask you. Is there any conceptual confusion? Is there any part of that video which did not make sense, which did not go in with the whole flow of the video?
Like I said, that bit at the end,
the
the
fridge
glass
shot.
Yeah,
that's the only bit. Other than that, I can identify everything else.
The only thing that didn't make sense as such is the core root of the anxiety that person is suffering, but then you could lead that into that's for the viewer to interpret, and maybe analysing song lyrics, that could be the key part of where that despair is. So as such, no, not so much.
Not that I know of. Possibly the last section where you go up to take a drink and you sort of rest your head against the cupboard. Maybe it's signifying that even everyday things are sort of tedious to someone of you, to the character. But apart from that, I'm not really sure.
No, I think everything fit. I think you had a good balance between lip syncing, narrative sections, and kind of B-roll section. I think you had a really good. Yeah.
Not really. Everything seemed to fit within the narrative. The whole music video was like it seemed to fit within like the mood of the whole thing, and how basically it was around the idea of hopes and dreams. That kind of thing was like quite depressed. Generally, there wasn't really anything that I saw that wouldn't fit with that.
Honestly, I thought that the beginning and the end were the best bits. Some point in between, I just thought there may have been too many effects happening at the same time, and it just became a bit overwhelming for the video. But for the most part, it was very good.